I'm Kath Botham and I'm the Professional Standards Framework Lead for CELS. What I want to do is to introduce the first of 5 short films focusing on developing your application for HEA Fellow. The first of the 5 films will focus on the UK Professional Standards Framework, and this is the basic set of standards that all your applications will relate to.
What is the UK Professional Standards Framework? It is a set of agreed standards for teachers working within the higher education sector. It is approved by a number of key institutions and organisations within higher education, such as Universities UK, HEFGE England and Wales, Scottish Funding Council, the Department of Employment and Learning and the Higher Education Academy. These standards can be thought of as the kite mark for teaching and learning within the higher education sector. What we're going to do is have a look at the PSF standards and look at how within MMU, through the MMU Professional Standards Framework, we can provide this level of recognition. So what does the MMU Professional Standards Framework offer? Firstly, it offers a flexible in-house accreditation at all levels of HEA fellowship. People can apply for Associate Fellow or Fellow, Senior Fellow or Principal Fellow through the in-house scheme, and they can take the choice of a written application or representation. Successful accreditation through this scheme provides you with nationally accepted professional recognition for the quality of teaching and learning in higher education, and is accredited by the HEA. And this is becoming an important part of career development, with the levels of fellowship being recognised for different levels of staff within teaching and learning. The MMU PSF provides you with access to resources through the MMU PSF webpage. We provide workshops, drop-in sessions, writing retreats. We provide one-to-one mentorship and support, and we will read draft applications. All of this is provided free of charge to all MMU academic staff, unlike application to the HEA, which has a cost of between £100 and £500 per application. We provide 4 levels of accreditation. The levels of fellowship, Associate Fellow, Fellow, Senior Fellow and Principal Fellow shouldn't be seen as a hierarchy. They are just a way of defining differing roles within higher education teaching and learning. The Associate Fellow is more appropriate for somebody who has a role which requires them to support teaching and learning, but they may not have a direct full-time teaching role. This can be staff who maybe have an associate teacher role and are new to teaching in the higher education sector. It could be research assistants that have a supporting role for research students. It could be demonstrators within the labs, could be librarians, could be student experience officers. Fellow, or Descriptor 2, is the common level for all lecturers and senior lecturers within higher education and provides the baseline accreditation for most staff. This is suitable for lecturers and senior lecturers, and is also a potential route to recognition for early career academics who have more than 3 years experience. The Senior Fellow is an experienced member of academic staff who can demonstrate a sustained impact on teaching and learning. The title Senior Fellow shouldn't be muddled with the title Senior Lecturer, and is much more linked potentially to the job title of Principal Lecturer. It is suitable for programme leaders, Senior Learning Teaching Fellows, and other staff who have a leadership and mentorship role in staff development and staff mentorship. The final category is that of Principal Fellow or Descriptor 4. And these are for staff with a highly experienced role in strategic leadership within teaching and learning. To apply for Principal Fellow, you need to have an institution-wide impact and to have a role that ensures you have a lead in teaching and learning across the institution. You also can demonstrate, as well as institutional impact, an impact at a national or international level. The other key aspect of the UK PSF are the dimensions of practice. And the dimensions of practice are a way of breaking down the activities of somebody teaching in higher education and breaking them down into smaller categories. There are 3 main sections within the dimensions of practice, the first being areas of activity. The areas of activity are broken down into 5 key sections. Designing and planning learning, so your role in programme design, unit design, session planning and planning for learning and teaching. The second category is teaching and supporting learning. So this is your activities within the classroom, face to face with students. The third category is assessment, so marking being the key issue here, and the provision of feedback, be that formative or summative. The fourth section is around the provision of suitable environments to support student learning or general support and mentorship of students, such as personal tutoring. And then finally, the fifth category here is continuing professional development, so being able to demonstrate that you are maintaining your own professional development. The second group is around core knowledge, and this is around the knowledge of subject-specific teaching methods and knowledge, a knowledge of how students learn, knowledge of how you can incorporate technology-enhanced learning, knowledge of the evaluation of teaching and learning practice, and finally a knowledge of appropriate quality assurance mechanisms. The final category is that of professional values, so being able to demonstrate respect for individual learners and diverse learning communities through the provision of inclusive practice and inclusive curriculum. Being able to promote wider participation within higher education. Using evidence and the outcomes of research within your teaching. This is not necessarily carrying out the research, but using your scholarship to actually include the outcomes of research within your teaching practice. And then finally, acknowledging the influence of the wider context of higher education within your teaching practice. If you want to find out more information around the MMU Professional Standards Framework, here's the link to the web page, and here you can see a screenshot of the web page, and as you can see, it provides lots of information to support you in developing your PSF application.